The Gospel tells us about a rich young man who ran to Jesus with an important question. He asked him, "Good master, what must I do to gain eternal life?" This question already shows faith. The rich young man believed that eternal life was real and that Jesus could tell him the truth about how to live. Jesus told him to keep the commandments. The young man answered honestly that he had done so since childhood. This shows that obedience to God's law matters, not as something we invent ourselves, but as a response to God's will. Jesus himself teaches this when he says that not everyone who says, "Lord, Lord," will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of his Father. Then Jesus looked at the young man with love and said, "One thing is missing. Sell what you have, give to the poor, and come, follow me." Jesus was not saying that eternal life can be bought or earned, nor was he giving a rule meant for everyone. He was personally inviting the young man to trust God completely and to follow him without reserve. The Gospel says the young man became sad. It does not say that he rejected Jesus, only that he struggled. According to Blessed Anne Catherine Emmerich, he later responded to this grace and became a disciple. This moment shows faith, hope, and charity working together. Faith allowed the young man to recognize Jesus as the one who speaks the truth. Hope gave him the strength to turn toward a new way of life and to follow Jesus, even when it was difficult. Charity was the love Jesus was calling him to, a love that places God above possessions and self-interest. This story teaches us something essential. Salvation is always a gift of grace, but grace is never passive. When Jesus calls, he calls us to follow him with our whole life. Faith shows us the truth. Hope gives us the strength to walk toward it. Charity gives life to the soul.